Here we go then. Tuesday's rolled around, and with July officially in the books, I'm calling it the new season. Starts now. That's right, folks. You might have noticed a wee tweak to the channel. Nothing major, just a bit of a fresh coat of paint, new graphics here and there, a bit of polish to kick things off proper. Because we're just 3 days away from Celtic being back on the pitch. I know it's only preseason, but come on, after weeks without proper football, that buzz starts creeping back in. The anticipation, the build-up, even if it's just a bounce game, it's back. And let me tell you, we've got plenty to chat about today. First up, we've had a new signing confirmed and another one pretty much wrapped up as well. There's also been news of a Celtic Legends game coming up and a familiar face returning to pull on the green and white hoops once more, someone that definitely got the fans talking. Oh, and on a more bittersweet note, a former Celt hanging up the boots at just 28. So plenty happening already before a ball's even been kicked in anger. Right, let's get into it then. First thing, Celtic back at Lennox Town for training. They dropped some footage. Lennox Town unfiltered, I think they're calling it. Nigh background music, just raw training action. Quite enjoy that, to be honest. Gives you a feel for how the squad's shaping up. So this was from Monday's session, pretty much the same squad that was in on Friday for the first day. Noticed a couple of additions though. James Forrest is back, which is good to see. Jude Bonner and Sean Mahardo as well. I reckon they were there on Friday, though I probably just missed them. But they're involved, and so is Brendan Rodgers. He wasn't spotted last week, likely off finalizing some deals, but he's back now. And already rallying the lads, got them all in a wee huddle talking about mentality. Setting the tone for preseason right from the get-go. That's what it's all about this time of year, isn't it? Laying the groundwork, building that mindset that'll carry them through the season. This is the group that'll be taking the field on Friday against Queen's Park. So expect to see a lot of young blood. And that one, a few recognizable faces mixed in. Think Callum McGregor, James Forrest, maybe Nicholas Kuhn. But it'll mainly be a chance for the younger lads to get some minutes under the belt. Hopefully Sean Mahardo gets a run too. He's one I'm keen to see in action. Now, while those players are set to feature Friday, the rest of the squad is scheduled to link up later this week, though they won't play in that first match. That includes the likes of Rio Haddad, Daizen Maeda, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Kasper Schmeichel, Kieran Tierney, and most likely Benjamin Negrin as well. Alistair Johnston might be back soon too. Canada got knocked out of the Gold Cup by Guatemala on penalties. Not the best look, but he didn't miss a pen, so at least there's that. From a Celtic perspective, it's not terrible news. Means he gets a wee bit of rest and comes back in earlier. One player we could potentially see on Friday is new boy Callum Kavanagh. The club confirmed his arrival yesterday, 4-year deal from Fulham, and he's taken the number 19 shirt. Now when you think of that number at Celtic, there's one name that jumps straight to mind. Stilian Petrov, iconic. The last lad to wear it was Ohio U, if I'm not mistaken. So Kavanagh's got some boots to fill. But he comes in as a striker, and he's been speaking to the club channels already. Bit of a side note, but it's worth bringing up. And I know some fans are thinking the same. The club's putting the full interview behind a paywall on Celtic TV again. They've done it before, nothing new, but still it rubs folk the wrong way. They post a teaser on YouTube, maybe 2 minutes, and the full chat's locked away. I get the strategy, trying to get people to subscribe, but at the same time, after everything fans put into the club, it'd be nice to just watch a new player's interview without having to fork out extra. Anyway, ran over. Back to Kavanagh. He comes across really well, actually. Confident for sure, but not arrogant. Just that sort of self-assured vibe you sometimes get from young English players. You know what I mean. They come in ready to go up for the challenge, whereas sometimes the Scottish lads might take a bit more time to bed in. Not a bad thing, just different approaches. Kavanagh looks like the type who's thinking, right, I'm here now, let's do this. And apparently he turned down a new deal at Fulham to join Celtic. That tells you a lot. Shows he's serious about getting first-team opportunities. He spoke to Matt O'Reilly before making the move. Got the usual advice, great club, amazing. Fans, you'll love it here. And when asked to describe himself as a player, he said he's a quick striker. Not your typical hold-up forward. He wants to run in behind press and obviously score goals. Brendan Rodgers, he said, laid out a clear path for him, explained exactly what the plan is, which no doubt played a big part in convincing him to make the move north. Now look, we've been here before with these types of signings. Young, unproven, but loads of potential, and I know some fans are a bit unsure about this one. But for me, this is smart business. We're not bringing him in to be our number one striker. Not yet anyway. This is a project, a development signing. The third-choice role may be even pushing for more in time. Johnny Kenny might be heading out, so Kavanagh could be seen as a step up there. And if it works out, brilliant. Another talent we've helped grow. If not, it's not a massive gamble. Reminds me a bit of the Jeremy Frimpong situation, not in terms of position obviously, but in terms of raw potential. Frimpong came in untested, got a shot, and now look at him, Liverpool player. Not saying Kavanagh's going to hit those heights, but the idea is similar. Give the lad a platform and see what he can do. He scored a fair few in Premier League to last season. He's got pace, and at just 19 there's time to mold him. I doubt we'll see loads of him this season, maybe a few cameos, some cup appearances. But further down the line could be a real asset. So that's signing number for this summer after Kieran Tierney, Ross Doohan, and Benjamin Negrin. There's been some chatter among the fanbase though, some not totally convinced by the business so far. I get it, everyone wants marquee names, instant impact players, but I don't think signings like Kavanagh are a problem. Brendan's been clear about wanting the top strikers and a younger one to develop. Kavanagh fits that role, and I'd be very surprised if another more established striker isn't coming in as well. Ross Doohan, for example, that's more about necessity, not someone who transforms the squad, but a needed addition. Negrin I'm happy with. And Tierney, we all know what he brings, so I think the club's done all right so far. Sure, we'd all love more first-team ready additions, but there's still time. I reckon we'll see another 2 or 3 coming before the window shuts. That's where we're at just now. Loads of moving parts, players filtering back into training. And the first friendly just days away. The excitement's building. New faces, familiar names, young talent stepping up. The preseason story is just getting started. And as always with Celtic, there's never a dull moment, and it's not just about new signings. There's always a bit of movement the other way too. Yesterday we got confirmation that Matthew Anderson has left the club, heading off to the Belgian second tier with KV Kortrijk. They even had him posing in front of a windmill, proper continental welcome there. He joined Scott Bain and Joey Dawson among the names to have moved on this summer. Nothing too shocking, but it's always interesting to keep an eye on who's making way as new talent comes in. Now shifting gears slightly, there was some sad news in the form of a premature retirement. Former Celt Charlie Masanda has officially called time on his playing career at just 28. Really unfortunate situation that one. Injuries absolutely wrecked him, especially a serious knee issue while he was in the Netherlands. Around 2019, that setback kept him out for nearly 3 years, which is brutal for any player, never mind one who had so much hype when he broke through. We remember the promise, the excitement, the buzz when he arrived on loan from Chelsea. It never quite worked out the way we hoped, but he did have his moment. That brilliant assist for Callum McGregor in the Europa League against Zenit, that might have been his high point in a Celtic shirt, and honestly one of the most underrated goals in our recent European history. That whole move to counterattack the pass from Masanda, the finish from McGregor, it was top class. A shame it's not remembered more, but given what happened a week later in Russia, maybe that's no surprise. Still, all the best to Charlie. In whatever comes next, we'll always have that night, right? Let's talk legends. Celtic have announced another Legends match, this time against Manchester United's Legends side. It'll be during the first international break of the season, and this time it's happening at Celtic Park. Last time we played them down at Old Trafford, and before that it was Liverpool at Anfield. But this one's back home, and the big news, Tom Rogic is back. He'll be pulling on the hoops again for this one. That's a headline in itself. After all he's been through, coming back to Parkhead is going to be special. Joe Hart's also involved for the first time, which adds another layer of excitement. Tickets are priced fairly. 18 quid for adults, 9 for concessions, and it's all for a good cause. The Celtic Foundation confirmed that funds raised will go towards supporting people in need, especially through the continuation of the Paradise Pit Stop project. That initiative provides warm meals, drinks, and a welcoming space for families and individuals. It's proper community work, something the club can be proud of. Hopefully there's a big turnout and a great atmosphere, and maybe a few cheeky goals against the United Legends as well. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. There's a bit of a stir around Parkhead this week, and the name on everyone's lips is Daizen Maeda. Whispers are growing louder that the Japanese forward, known for his blistering pace and relentless work rate, could be eyeing a move away from Celtic. While there's been no official word from the club or player, those close to the scene suggest a departure might not be entirely out of the question. Maeda, who's become a fan favorite with his high-energy performances and tireless pressing, has attracted attention from a few clubs across Europe and beyond. It's said that scouts from the Bundesliga and even a couple of Premier League sides have had their eye on him. Whether it's his adaptability across the front line or that classic Ainge Postecoglou intensity he still carries, he's not short of admirers inside the corridors of Lennox Town. There's talk that Maeda himself is open to exploring new challenges. He's had a solid spell in the hoops, picking up titles and making his mark in Europe. But with the rise of other attacking options and Celtic continuing to reshape under Brendan Rodgers, there's a sense that Maeda might see this summer as the right time for a change. Some insiders point to his recent body language, a touch more reserved, slightly less involved than usual, as subtle signs of a player perhaps weighing his options. Of course, in football, reading too much into a glance or gesture can be risky business. But in a transfer window that's already brewing up drama, even the faintest signals can spark a rumor. Celtic, for their part, are unlikely to let Maeda go on the cheap. With years left on his deal and a strong showing in both domestic and European competitions, any potential suitor will need to put serious money on the table. Still, if the right offer comes along, and if Maeda is truly keen to test himself elsewhere, the boys might have a decision to make. For now, it remains just that, a rumor, a possibility, a whisper in the wind. But with the window wide open and interest growing, don't be surprised if this quiet murmur turns into something louder in the weeks to come. Hello, fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.